Hey guys, it's Tina here, and I am excited to start putting together my Weekend Adventures scrapbook kit. I love this kit because you guys know I'm a mom of boys and I live in Oregon, so we do a lot outdoors, and it's really great when we get a kit like this that works so well. But if I were to just have the paper pack and not have the stickers and just focused on some of these papers like the stripes and the plaid and the green, it could just be an actual, just a boy kit, wouldn't even have to be related to doing something outdoors. So I like the papers as well with this kit, and I think you can customize it a lot of ways using die cuts and Cricut titles for anything masculine, especially because we always need more masculine things. Girl things are pretty and they're cute and we love them and we gravitate towards them. Even I do, being a mom of boys. But this kit hits it out of the park with being masculine. So let's get started on assembling layout number 1 and layout number 2. And what you're gonna do, I have the instructions right here. And on this guide, it says that your base instructions will be to attach the white cardstock to the inside edge of both pages. I'm just going to work with one page right now. And I'm going to set this guide down. And what you're going to see, let me move this, is that it's directional. So if this is cut directional so that you leave an equal border on 3 sides, because it's going to go down flush with the inside edge. So if you lay yours down and it looks like this with narrow at the top and bottom and too wide on the side, just rotate it. Okay, so this is the way you're going to attach it to the page. And we're not going to do the blender brush yet, because we're going to get the page kind of put together. So I've got it on my glass mat down here in the corner at the 0 mark, and I'm going to start grabbing my strips, and you need one of all of the strips. So grab one plaid, one green, one boots, and one trees, and then I'm going to leave the rest over here for layout number 2. And I'm going to start laying them out the way they're going to go on the layout. So the boots are at the bottom, followed by the plaid, followed by the trees, followed by the green. Okay, so one of the goals in my class that I teach is, because it's not from a kit, it's just from a paper pack and sticker sheet, my goal is to give you basic base pages that you can look at like a sketch and add your photos in any kind of arrangement that you want. So what we're working on right now is that actual base sketch. If you guys can hear that, my little puppy's playing in the background. He's having fun. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna flip all of these over and we're gonna get our adhesive on. And once you've done that, and for those that are new, I always just demonstrate how to put the layout together because I've already created one, and this is a kit for one of my class members, so I don't put it together. But looking at the instruction, we are going to attach we're going to attach the boots about 5/8 of an inch up from the bottom. So basically that's just about a little more than a 1/2 inch from the bottom of the white cardstock. So I'm going to move this up so that the white cardstock is right on that 1/2 inch mark, and I'm just going to guesstimate about 5 1/8 inches. I'm a guesstimator. When I design these pages, I guesstimate. And then from there, you're going to add each piece, leaving just a small gap, like a 1/16 of an inch, okay? Just a small gap, just like this. Okay. Now you're going to have all of these glued down and you're ready to go with the next step. And the next step is to grab your 4x6 photo mat. And this photo mat, okay, is going to attach where it lands about a half an inch up from the bottom of the plaid. You're not going to glue it down. I just want you to get it there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your ink pad, your early espresso. If you have Close to My Heart colors, it would be the espresso ink. And you're going to open it up and you're going to grab your blending brush. And what I want you to keep in mind is that this is super dark, okay? So we're just going to get a little. See, I'm just doing the lightest little touch to start with. And I'm going to show you on a scratch paper because, like I said, this is for a class member. So I'm going to slide that over. And I just have a scratch paper. If you were at our last Palooza, this is where I showed you the stamping for the Celebrate Together pages. And what I want you to do is we're going to start blending. Let me make this a little easy to explain. We're going to blend and we're going to go all the way to the edge of this photo mat. So that's why I didn't have you glue it down, but I had you lay it where it's going to be so that you have a reference. And we are going to add this Explore sticker next to this photo mat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start blending right under this sticker so that if I get a heavy blob, it will not show. It'll be hidden by the sticker and then I can softly blend out. So just in case, so my first down, I check it out and there you go, I got a little heavy blob. That also tells me that maybe I need a little more ink on mine. My brush is stiff. Let me get my brush kind of loosened. My brush feels stiff from washing it. So I'm going to go over here and loosen it. There we go. So now I'm going to set this down and this is going to be under where the sticker goes. And then it starts blending out smoother. And that's when I want you just to work slowly up. Okay, so it's going to take just a little bit to get that dirt look. Okay, and then this is going to be right here next to it like that. You're going to slide this over and just blend a little bit so that it's hidden under it. So you're just going to keep blending. I'm not even going to grab more ink. Okay, and you're going to blend, blend, blend. And what I want you to do, since you have this sticker popped up with foam tape, I want you to set it down and make sure that you've blended wide enough to be the width of that sticker, okay? So you're gonna blend until you're wide enough for that sticker. And then once you've done that, you are going to add that sticker right here to the page, overlapping a lot of the blending so just a little dirt shows and it slightly overlaps the picture. After you do that, then we will grab our two other photo mats, and this one is going to slightly overlap the green strip and this one is going to slightly overlap the photo. And then all that's left is to add our stickers. So let me show you what it's going to look like, okay? So I'll get that out of the way so it's not confusing and we'll pull it back on the screen. Okay, so there's the Explore sticker and you're going to tuck the little boot sticker directly to the page under the edge of that. And then you can also add an acorn sticker flat to this. If you want to use dimensionals and pop it up, you can. That just adds an extra level of height to your page. It depends on how much you like lumpy bumpy scrapbooking. And then we are going to add the what of you there. And then that little sticker, a 6-inch piece. So we cut that sticker, border sticker in half. I want you to cut it at 6 inches and you're going to add one directly overlapping that piece. And then you're going to finish with 3 neutral dots, okay? Easy, easy. So now that we have that, I'm going to slide this over and we're going to work on page 2. So now I'm going to pull it back. I know you guys did that step where you did the base step and you added your base pages. So what you're going to do is line these up, the 2 base pages up, and we're going to add our white piece so it is lined up with those on page 1. And then we are going to start with the green strip. Okay, so the green strip and the plaid strip are the only two strips that you're gonna attach that are lining up. And that's because we are assembling page 2 in the opposite order of what we did on page 1, okay? So we're gonna get those aligned just like that. And then the green strip goes on the bottom of page 2, leaving a slight gap, and the boots go on the top. And make sure your boots are in the correct orientation. The same with your trees. Don't glue your trees on upside down. Once you have those down, now you can add your photo mats. And this photo mat is going to go down, and it's going to go overlapping both, just like that. There we go. And then this one is going to go so it is between those two, just like that. All right, look at that for our photo placement. Then down here, you're gonna do the same sort of a thing with the ink blending. And I'll show you what that's gonna look like. Get this one out of the way. Put these side by side. So you're gonna grab your blending brush and you're gonna softly ink. Now for this page, there's nowhere to really hide it, so you need to start very gentle and get your color on, okay? And then once you do that, you're gonna add your journaling strips. Aren't you glad you have the turn tape on them? Okay, and I always do my journaling strips not exactly perfectly lined up. They're a little off on the ends because it makes it less likely to see if they're not straight. So that's my little trick for why I do that. Plus it adds visual interest. Then you're gonna add the having fun and the acorn, and then 3 gems right here. And then you have this fun little piece left, and you're gonna add the wander, repeat. And this, once you get this to the page, just tuck this right next to it. And that is everything for layout 1. And let me show you them side by side. There we go. Oops. There we go. What do you think? Oops, this fell down. Let me fix that. I hope you guys like this layout. So this is the base. The base are these strips on a white framed piece. Other than that, these photos can go any which way you want. So this is my goal when I make these layouts, is to give you base ideas that are in your own scrapbook that you can use with any papers you're using, whether you're doing a Palooza with us or not, just anything you have at home. Okay, let's jump into layout number 2. So grab your pile. And I have layout 2 instructions right here, and there are no base instructions, so I'm going to divide these out, and we're going to start with page 1, and I am going to tuck it right here in the corner. Okay, and this is another one of those pretty easy layouts. I mean, let's be honest, all my layouts are easy. I don't make complicated layouts because that's not my style of scrapbooking. I love to have your photos be the focus, and I love your pages to look cute, but I don't want them to take you forever. All right, so you're going to start by attaching the plaid paper to the outside edge of the page. In just a second, there it is. Okay, and then you're going to add the Boots Square DSP. Don't put it down upside down like this. And then grab the Stripes DSP as well. And we're going to attach this about 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom of the page, okay? And then we are going to grab the sticker sheet. We cut this one. And now what you're going to do is you're going to cut a 5 3/4 inch strip from the leftover 6-inch sticker piece. We cut that sticker piece in half at 6 inches for layout number 1, and we are going to use the rest here on layout number 2. You're going to add it to the page directly above the stripes DSP, then you're going to add your boots, and you want your boots to be going in the same direction. If you want them to walk across the page, that's totally fine, but just whatever you do on page 1, do on page 2, and then you're going to add that strip of DSP at the top in a way that it matches the way you did the strips at the bottom of the page. And then all you're going to do is add your photo mats. So let me show you what that looks like. So you're going to add 3 photo mats across the page. That's what it looks like. Whoop, you see my piece coming out with the sticker on there. And once you get those photo mats down, you're going to add the time to play right above this, happy day, that word bubble, and then you're going to grab the dark red heart, and you're going to use your anti-static pouch to make the top of that heart not sticky. So you'll add that right over the word bubble. I didn't pop it up because it makes an extra popped up layer on your page, but if you don't mind that and you like the dimension, by all means, pop that guy up. And then you're gonna finish with 3 hearts. Okay, and so then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move this one out of the way, and I'm gonna keep this one here because you need this as your reference. Okay, and so grab your other base page, okay, and we're gonna stick this, add this down, and then we are gonna line everything up. So we're gonna start with this bottom stripe DSP, and you wanna add it so that it is perfectly aligned with what you did on page 1. I don't trust my measurements, so wherever my measurements chose to put it on page 1, page 2 just follows that. Then you're going to add the rest of the sticker. Oh boy. Yeah. You're going to add okay, now you're going to grab this full 12-inch border sticker, and you're going to add that right here going along the whole bottom of the page. And then again, you will add the boots DSP so it is aligned with page 1 and your last strip. Okay, so now let me show you what the page looks like. You will add your photo mats. So you will add your photo mat so it's aligned with this 3x4. You'll add the 4x6 first, flush with the inside edge. Then you will add the nature's rules so that the point of that sticker barely comes in to overlap that 4x6 photo. And let me pull this all the way on the page. And then that will show you where to place this photo mat. Then you'll add your journaling strips. It's time for an adventure and 3 dots. And then up here is where it gets kind of fun. And I'll show you what I did. Let's see. I grabbed those 4 pennant stickers. So I just chose 4 of them. And then I also chose the coffee cup sticker, which isn't a pennant, but I wanted to use it because I liked that color because it matches what's in the page. And you're going to pull those stickers off. And the bottom, I just made the bottom like 1/4 not sticky. So I used my anti-static pouch and I just tapped that sticker on there. So the top is still sticky, and then the bottom kind of, I curled it up a little once I set it down, and it gives that look of dimension on the page without adding dimension. And it also allowed me to add 4 of the neutral dots right between the pennants. So I left a small gap as I laid them down. So this page actually uses 7 neutral dots just on page 2 of layout 2. So that's it. Let me show you it side by side. And you can see your base is a strip here and a strip down the middle. Call this your T layout. It's like a T, and then you can add your photos any which way or any orientation that you want directly to the page. All right, so there you go. That is layout number 2, and I hope you like it. All right, I will see you guys back at the top of the hour if you're watching live, or if you're watching on replay, just look for video number 3, which will be the assembly of layouts 3 and 4. All right, thanks guys, bye.